Today, let's talk about Sha Qi, or negative energy in Feng Shui. A client once contacted me, his voice trembling with anxiety. He said, "My family is falling apart. My business is sinking. My finances are collapsing. And my health keeps getting worse. Is there something wrong for my house Feng Shui?" The moment I arrived at the house, I saw the main problem immediately. A long, straight road pointed directly at his front door like a spear or arrow. But that was just the beginning. After inspecting the entire properties, I discovered something even worse. This house had 4 major Feng Shui Sha Qi, like energy killers, happening at the same time. Today, I will show you exactly what they are, and more importantly, how you can fix them easily. For protecting clients' privacy, the images shown in this video are only similar example, not the client real home. First of all, the road Clash Sha, 路冲 Sha, is one of the strongest negative energies in residential Feng Shui. This happens when your house sits at the end of the T-junction or a dead-end street, like a cul-de-sac. When the road pointed directly toward the main entrance, and the energy rushes aggressively into the house. The longer the road or the heavier the traffic, the stronger the chaotic energy impact. People living in this kind of home often experiences unstable emotions, constant pressures, family arguments, legal problems, or even severe accident or injuries. So when negative energy rushes directly toward the front door, the entire family member take hit by the unstable force. From a modern scientific perspective, if a car loses control, it might hit into the house. Also, the car headlights may constantly shine into the home at night. Both can create long-term psychological stress. So basically, you don't need to move. I recommend to plant a row of low shrubs or install a low fence like under 4 feet as a buffer, or place a screen wall behind the door to slow down the aggressive energies before it enters the house. After entering the house, I discovered the second issue. The moment the front door opens, I could see straight through to the backyard. There was also a decorative archway in the middle. This is the well-known in Feng Shui as piercing Hall Sha, 穿堂 Sha. In Feng Shui, we want energy to meander and gather. When your house has this kind of piercing Hall Sha, the well's energies will enter the front door and escape through the back door instantly. The wells will not stay. It's like pouring water into a bucket with a giant hole in the bottom. No matter how much water you pour in, it never stays full. That explains why the client constantly loses money. No matter how hard he works, wells simply won't stay. So I suggested 2 solutions. 1. Add a small divider like a bookshelf, folding screens, heavy curtain, or large indoor plant between the front door and back door. 2nd, or adding a floor-to-ceiling divider wall at about 6 feet behind the front door to make a proper entryway. This creates a so-called blind hole Feng Shui. It's a space where energies can slow down and gather. In fact, This single adjustment can fix both raw Clash Sha and piercing Hall Sha. Next, I walked into the living room and saw something shocking. The client knew a little Feng Shui, so he had placed a purple crystal cave at the well's corner, while it is at well-known 45-degree diagonal corner from the front door, to attract money. But there were some huge problems. There is a heavy ceiling beams was above the crystal, and the column edged like a sharp knife cutting through the well's corner vertically. Also, the area was tangled with charging cables and electronics. I explained to him, this is not a well's corner anymore, it's a straight corner. The beam pressure Sha, column cutting Sha, and electronic radiation actually drain your energies instead of boosting. So I repositioned the sofa and aligned an existing bookshelf with the edge of the column to eliminate the cutting energies. This adjustment also removed the beam pressure Sha from the area. Then I created a secondary well's corner, which away from the beam at the sofa tiger size, and moved the crystal there instead. The original charging station remained functional without affecting the Feng Shui. Remember, not every house has a perfect well's corner. Modern Feng Shui requires creativity. If a well's corner is blocked, create a new one, but make sure the area is clean, balanced, and collected energies. Then I entered the master bedroom and immediately discovered the reason for his declining health. I asked him, do you often have a stomach problem and lower back problem? He stared at me in shock and nodded immediately. Actually, his bed placement was mostly correct. The bed headboard has a solid support, not facing the door, not facing mirrors, no beam above the bed. The bed itself was even located in a favorable Yan-Nian position based on 8-Mansion Feng Shui. It matches the client's life group and good for stable and rest position. But I saw a serious Sha Qi that the bathroom door was facing the side of the bed. In Feng Shui, the bedroom is where West energy sleeps. Because the door faced the lower half of his bed, it was affecting his digestions and blood meridian channels imbalance. Since his room was in the southwest, which belongs to the earth elements, it corresponding to body's stomach and blood Mediterranean channels. This is why I am confirmed the client's stomach and lower back problem. Also, since Southwest also symbolized the mother figure, I suspected his wife's condition could be even worse. Moving the bed would create other problems, so instead, I recommended to keep the bathroom door closed at all times. Hang a heavy, opaque curtain over the bathroom door that covers at least half of the height of the toilet, or place a screen between the bathroom door and bed to block the West Qi over you while you sleep. About 6 months later, the client contacted me again. He told me that his business was back on track, his health was getting better, and his family relationship had become more peaceful. To be honest, many Feng Shui Sha Qi are not mysterious supernatural forces. They are simply poor space structural harmony, unstable airflow, visual pressure, harsh lighting, and noise stress. So don't be panicked if your house has any Sha Qi. Sometimes a few thoughtful adjustments can completely change the feeling of a home and your life. In my opinion, real Feng Shui doesn't just change your space, it changes the way people live inside it. If you enjoy this kind of Feng Shui content, leave the 2 words Feng Shui in the comments, and if enough people are interested, I will continue sharing more real-life Feng Shui cases. See you in the next videos.